Oh, breaking news. Neca is releasing in March next year, 2022, soft goods for the Bride of Chucky 2-pack. What a coincidence. I was just about to upload this video and my boy JK tagged me in it. Man, these look so good. They look even better than the ones I'm about to review right now. So, wow. This is cool, bro. It looks crazy. I want to know what the articulation is like now. In this review, I said some things were inappropriate and it looks like they were removed. Watch the video to see what I'm talking about. Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell if you want to get the videos as soon as they upload. YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 custom video. And today I want to talk to you guys about Neca's Bride of Chucky figures based off the 1998 movie. Pretty good film, one of the better Chucky movies. It's really playful though. Looking at the box art, you can see that it has Chucky and Tiffany on the box. Chucky looking menacing on the side, of course, inspired from the movie. And Tiffany is also on the other side of the box. But if you look closely, this is not Tiffany from Bride of Chucky. This is the design from Seed of Chucky. You can see she's wearing a collar around her neck. Her eyes are done differently. And she just looks different. I don't know. I think they might have just swapped it up for the Seed of Chucky movie. You can see there that they do have the rights for the Seed of Chucky as well. So I'm looking forward to a Glenn and Glenda. Shout out to Neca because this is probably one of the coolest horror film action figures that I've seen. And I have a few of them. But I'm happy to own Chucky. Got this from Walmart's website. This came from Neca directly. I feel like I got lucky. I was watching it on Walmart's website for a few days. And then when I decided to pull the trigger, I checked the day after to buy another one. And they were all sold out. And I was like really storming the website to see if there were any more. And until this day, they still haven't listed them. So I think I'm very lucky to have this one. But even though I did buy this one, a friend of mine's, shout out to you, JK Jack, he ended up sending me them loose like the day after I pulled the trigger to buy this. So I forgot that he was going to send them to me. He did tell me a week before, but when I saw this on the website, I just had to get it because seeing it in the box like that with all those accessories like made me feel like I needed that figure for some reason. Right now this figure's going for like $100 on eBay. They have reissued this Chucky, but only Chucky, not with Tiffany, and even that on eBay is like $60. But you can find them. I think they're starting to pull up on shelves. And I have my own suspicions as to why they didn't release Tiffany. I know Chucky's coming out, so there's no need for Tiffany, but there's some things in this box set that I don't think are appropriate for kids. But anyway, this is not for kids. This is for 17 and up. Chucky and Tiffany out of the package, and they look really cool. My mother loves Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. She thinks Glenda is funny. But my mom loves all horror movies, to be honest, and I got into horror movies from my mom, so shout out to her. I actually wanted to kind of like rewrap all of these horror movie figures and just act like they're gifts for her, just to see what she would say, if she would even remember these characters. But I'm sure she would. I even have a song called Scary Movies that I wrote in 2008 that were based on a bunch of horror movie franchises. So it was pretty cool. But these figures do look amazing, and I am really happy that I pulled the trigger on them. And again, these are not the ones that I ordered from Walmart. These are actually the ones that my boy JK Jackson sent me. So again, shout out to you, bro. The actress who played Tiffany was always like a sexual character in most movies she played, and she really had a sweet voice, and it's really iconic for the character. And they tried to embody her real life character in the doll, and that's why you get Tiffany the way she is. And I think it's pretty cool, I guess. I think the duo and dynamic between these two characters are pretty cool because in the movie, Tiffany is really a sweetheart. She's not really a cold-blooded killer like that. Don't get me wrong, she does kill and she does have intent to hurt, but it's not like Chucky. He don't give a shit. Like, Chucky don't care about nothing in this movie. And you do get some accessories with Chucky, of course. One of these heads are not from Bride of Chucky. It's from Seed of Chucky, the one above. The other one's from Bride of Chucky. But you really don't know that. They don't tell you that. You only know if you observe both movies like I did recently. I had to watch both movies back to back just to see, because there was some accessories that didn't go with Bride of Chucky. And here are her accessories. She has the doll and her other unmasked head. I said unmasked head like she has a fucking Spider-Man mask. Pardon my French, guys. This is a adult review. Again, 17 plus. So if you are younger, I apologize. Don't be like me. My son always tries to tell me don't swear, and I get mad at him, but he's right, and so I can't really get mad at him. So it's just like, being told what to do by an 8-year-old who knows more than you, who knows better than you. But anyway, here is a champagne bottle. Again, you would think that this is from Bride of Chucky, but it isn't. And I'll get into that a little later. Here we have both of the shovels that Chucky and Tiffany used to dig up the chain of Damballa that Charles Lee Ray is buried with. And they both painted pretty well, so I think this is pretty cool. The gun Chucky acquires and the one Tiffany has as well. And they both use them in the car scene or in the back of the van. You've seen that, I'm sure.
Nobody move!
To Neca's credit, they're pretty spot on. The chain of Damballa, this is what Chucky is after to transfer his soul from the doll back to human form. Which is weird because he didn't need it to transfer Tiffany's human soul into a doll. So why would he need it to transfer his soul from a doll to a human? But anyway, this is the knife that Chucky steals from Tiffany's trailer park. And then she makes a joke about it. She doesn't recognize her own knife, but she brings up the Martha Stewart joke that carries on throughout the film. And it's really nice. It's painted cool. It's a kitchen knife with the sharp edges. I think it's a bread knife. But it is done really well.
Were you born with that knife super glued onto your hand or what?
What are you talking about?
I've placed the knife in Chucky's hand several times and removed it, and there's no paint or rub, so I think it's done pretty well. Tiffany, her knife, of course, does not come from the Bride of Chucky movie. Again, you wouldn't know that. You would assume it does, but there's no knife like this in the movie. You have to see the seed of Chucky to see this knife and how it's used on Chucky. But nice to have it. And same thing with this axe. This axe is from the seed of Chucky.
Thing to say.
Here's Johnny. Alright, so things go a little off the rails with this turkey baster, and it's used for artificially inseminating a human being with this cup here. And that's all I'll say about this cup. I think this is the reason why they're selling the 1-pack without these accessories, because
What am I supposed to do with this?
that's how your mom's gonna scream when she finds out what that is. Now this wine bottle is pretty cool. I also thought that this was from Bride of Chucky, but it isn't. It's not the same bottle. The one used for the figure is designed from Seed of Chucky, and you can see the same similarities here. It's pretty spot on. Now I'm not 100% sure here, but I assume that this head belongs to the Seed of Chucky because of the bangs, the way the hair flares out in the front. He doesn't look like this in the Bride of Chucky anywhere. Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky both look pretty much the same, but there are really subtle differences that you'll be able to spot them if you had them both side by side. And personally, I like the Bride of Chucky look more than the Seed of Chucky. Same goes for Tiffany. I like her design from the Bride of Chucky. I think they try to make her more like cute in Seed of Chucky, and in doing so, it made it look more weird. She looks like Michelle Pfeiffer. But you get 3 heads with Chucky. One head is an open mouth. He's always laughing in the movie, so you gotta have that. The other one is him snarling, and then the regular face. Tiffany looks cool as well. 3 heads. You get the doll head that she originally comes with before Tiffany glamours her up and turns her blonde. And there you go. I like these heads, but I want to make a video on the difference from these heads and the other one I have in box that I just got recently. Small subtle differences, but I think they should be noted. Swapping out the doll head is really simple. You just got to pop it off and then insert this one on a little stick peg that it comes with. You can swap the arms out, of course. You don't have to, but if you want the doll look, you can swap the arms out. Plus, Tiffany also wears the white wedding dress without the jacket. So you can also have Tiffany wearing it like this, but this is based more for the doll. In the beginning of the movie, Chucky gets annoyed with the human version of Tiffany. He gets locked inside a basket, and then she gets mad at him, and then she ends up buying him a doll and try to mock him. Little did she know that later on he was gonna kill her and put her in this doll. And so, which was also a dumb idea because he needed her to get the chain, so he needed a human to drive. And in the movie, they didn't have a human to drive, so they had the neighbors take them all across country and shit. But it looks good, honestly. So if you do this swap out, you can have a Tiffany figure and a generic doll figure. And I think that's pretty cool. But again, there are differences between the packed version that I got from Neca recently and then the ones my boy sent me. I think the ones my boy sent me are a little better, honestly. The small differences is just the way it's painted. A lot of, just the paint, the colors, and the way it's painted. Like, it's digital painting on the Neca new one, and the one I have is hand painted. So it's just weird to see one digitally painted and the other one hand painted. If you want to see a video on that, let me know. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, Neca's not known for their articulation. They don't have bad articulation, honestly, but they're not known for articulation. They're more for realism and accuracy from the movies they get their figures from. And I think, honestly, though, this is not bad. This has pretty decent articulation. The arms go up about that much. You saw what the head does. The arm does rotate. The problem is, though, is that when you first get it, there'll be paint in the elbow joint, and once you bend it, it'll crack immediately. It's almost like they weren't prepped enough. It's hard to explain. You do get a subtle diaphragm joint in there where you can kind of wiggle it to the side and side, and front and back. You're not gonna get much attitude there, but you can get a little bit. You can feel it. I think because he has the overalls on, it's restricting him from moving his body. You don't get a waist swivel. You ain't gonna twist his body, but the legs do split pretty decently. Chucky can run and chase you with the knife, and I think that's all you really need to accomplish Chucky in a couple violent positions, and that's pretty much the look you need. You can get the knife in his hand like it is in the movie, just like that. And if you want, you can take this same old knife and take out Tiffany and hear her cry.
Nobody leaves me. Nobody.
Tiffany has some decent articulation too. If you lift the skirt up, you can see she has like these sculpted fishnets, and you can get a pretty decent split. The legs don't close too well, but they do split out all the way. You can rotate the thigh. You get a single jointed knee. Pretty decent boot swivel. With all things considered, I will say that this is a really cool 2-pack, if not probably the best that I've seen from Neca. But don't take my word for it, because I'm pretty new to Neca, so I'm not really the Neca guy. But I always have had an interest in these horror figures. Every time I see them, I stop and pick them up. But again, now I'm starting to buy them all. But out of the 7 or 8 that I do have, I will say that these are probably some of my favorites, including Jason and Freddy, of course. I still need to pick up a Michael Myers. Shout out to you again, JK, for these 2 figures. I am super grateful to have these in my collection. Again, I might show my mom these, see what she thinks about them. Let me know what you think about them down below. Do you have them? I know they're like 2 years old, but again, it was in Walmart, so it was reissued somewhere. And then they're having a single pack version. This is the ultimate pack. But let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. If you like this review, tell me all about it, and I will look forward to seeing you soon. Peace. Stay tuned. I got a lot of videos coming up. Peace.
But if you choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?